So guys, Terence Crawford is starting to frustrate me a little bit because it seems to me like Al Haymon, PBC are trying to keep everything in-house. And I'm starting to get a bit agitated with this because as a boxing fan, I want to see Terence Crawford fight the other PBC welterweights. That's the only way we're going to get one champion in the welterweight division. Also, I want to see how good Terence Crawford is. And Terence Crawford right now is not fighting anybody. He's not fighting the top level guys. The PBC have the top tier welterweights. Terence Crawford needs to start mixing and matching. I believe Terence Crawford beats them all. I believe, obviously, his hardest fights, in my opinion, will be Pacquiao and Spence. But I want to see Terence Crawford fight Danny Garcia. I want to see Terence Crawford fight Keith Thurman. I want to see Terence Crawford fight Sean Porter. At the minute, we're not getting those fights. And it's frustrating because I want to see those guys fight each other. I want to see those fights. And we're not getting those fights. So, for me, Al Haymon should not freeze out Terence Crawford for the good of the sport. Bob Arum and Al Haymon need to start working together in order to make these, make these fights. Because otherwise, what's happening is the sport is losing out, because the sport wants to see Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. But not just that. They want to see Terence Crawford against Danny Garcia. They want to see Terence Crawford against Keith Thurman. They want to see Terence Crawford against Manny Pacquiao. They want to see Terence Crawford against Sean Porter. They want to see Terence Crawford in there, and they want to see how good Terence Crawford is. If you keep him on one side, you've got one guy who people think is the best. Most people think Terence Crawford is the best. Most people think Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the welterweight division, even without him having, fighting the top tier guys. He fought Amir Khan in his last fight. That was a high profile name, but not many people now look at Amir Khan as a top level of fighter anymore. They don't look at Amir Khan as a top level welterweight anymore. He used to be, back in the day, a good light welterweight, but not a top level welterweight anymore. So the problem is, for Terence Crawford, the only way he gets in the ring, or gets the credit, gets the respect, is if he fights the top level welterweights. And Terence Crawford wants to fight the top level welterweights. Al Haymon and Bob Arum are not working together, and Al Haymon has all the best welterweights. He's matching his own guys, and he's freezing out Terence Crawford. We can't have that for the good of the sport. We can't have that, because if that happens, the sport is being damaged. Because we've got one superstar fighter like Terence Crawford who's not being able to fight the other top guys, which is not good for the sport, which is damaging for the sport, which ruins the sport. And as fight fans, we can't have that. We can't have that. We can't have a great fighter like Terence Crawford, who many people think is the best fighter in the world, not fighting the other top level guys. It just shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be happening. And I think Al Haymon and Bob Arum need to fix their problem, whatever they got, and need to get these fights on. We need to see Terence Crawford in there with the other top welterweights. We need to. We just need to. It needs to happen. And that's my take on it. I just think Terence Crawford is being froze out here. And I don't like it. I don't like it. As a fight fan, I want to see Terence Crawford, who's an unbelievable talent, fight all the other best welterweights. I want to see it. And I think probably the only way Terence Crawford maybe is able to fight the other top welterweights if he leaves Bob Arum, which he's in a big contract with Bob Arum, so I don't see that happening either. So it's frustrating for me as a fight fan that, we're not getting to see these. We want to see these fights, man. We want to see these fights. And these guys need to start working together, because Terence Crawford wants to fight all the top guys, so we need, Al Haymon shouldn't freeze Terence Crawford out. Al Haymon should want to make fights with Terence Crawford with his guys, but at the minute it seems to me Al Haymon's keeping everything in-house. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think, and guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.